Right now at 6, poll worker safety. Wisconsin's Attorney General is working with law enforcement to reduce voter intimidation and threats.
And Republican candidates stop in La Crosse to talk about their strategies to reduce crime.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Amy DuPont.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. The November midterm is about a month away, and the Wisconsin Department of Justice is reminding people it's illegal to intimidate voters.
In a story you will only see on News 8 Now, our Dua Israr spoke to the Attorney General, who says he is working with local law enforcement to make sure voters in La Crosse and statewide are safe.
Amy and Ken, Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul says his office will provide local law enforcement agencies with a guide to what is considered voter intimidation under state law. When voters head to the polls, most want to cast their ballots and head home.
Wisconsinites should feel very comfortable going to their polling places.
As the election draws closer, Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul is warning voters about people who may try to interfere with the voting process.
Voter intimidation is the use of threats to try to interfere with somebody's ability to lawfully cast their ballot or to try to impact how they cast their ballot.
It can include verbal threats, being aggressive, and following voters around.
Something's happening out in the parking lot, someone's intimidating them out there, if they're following them to and from the polls, then you definitely want to call law enforcement, get them involved.
La Crosse County Clerk Jenny Dankmeyer says while incidents of voter intimidation are low in the Coulee region, poll workers are trained to prevent it.
Just diffuse it the best we can without, causing more disruptions or bringing attention to the matter.
AG Kaul says if voters experience voter intimidation, they should contact local law enforcement agencies.
Law enforcement agencies and prosecutors around the state have a guide right at hand that they can look to as they're determining whether there's any potential criminal activity that's happening.
Dankmeyer says voters can also notify poll workers and chief inspectors at their polling locations.
The polling places are as safe as we can make them. Poll workers are trained, the chief inspectors are trained to help diffuse situations.
She says everyone should be able to exercise their right to vote.
Like I said, around here, a lot of times people just want to go to the polls, they want to cast their ballot and they leave.
Without any fear.
Seconds.
Now anyone can sign up and watch people cast their ballots, and that's referred to as poll watching. But when you're being disruptive or aggressive, Kaul says that's when it may become a form of voter intimidation.
All right, thank you very much, Dua.
Now at the end of October, poll workers will go through Election Day training, and that will include how to handle voter intimidation. The midterm election is on November 8th.
And we'll stick with the election as a Wisconsin judge is blocking voters from canceling their original absentee ballot and casting a new one. Now, that's a process commonly known as ballot spoiling. With his ruling, Judge Brad Schimmel is siding with a conservative group that filed a lawsuit claiming ballot spoiling is illegal and creates opportunities for fraud. Wisconsin state legislature does state that ballot spoiling is legal. The practice was more prominent leading up to the August primary when a Republican candidate for Wisconsin governor and 3 Democratic Senate candidates dropped out of the race after their names were already printed on absentee ballots.
Republican candidate for Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District, Derek Van Orden, is meeting with law enforcement to discuss crime and drug abuse. Current U.S. Rep. Brian Stile joined Van Orden in La Crosse for a meeting to discuss how those issues impact communities. Van Orden says the key to addressing crime and drug abuse is communication.
It's incredibly important that we're operating and we're synced together to make sure that we can have the most positive effect from the federal government at the state and local level.
Current La Crosse County Sheriff Jeff Wolf was not in attendance.
All right, let's switch it up and talk some weather. Kind of a beautiful fall day these days.
It was a little rain this morning.
But not too shabby.
Grass got one more drink of water before it probably dies off for the season here pretty soon.
Yeah. That's right. Some places may actually see a little bit of frost tonight going into tomorrow. Today, we were substantially cooler as compared to yesterday. You recall we were in the 70s. Today, we were only in the upper 50s, low 60s, 59 in Eau Claire, 59 in Sparta, 59 in Viroqua, 63 La Crosse, as well as Prairie du Chien. Decorah made it to 61 degrees, and right now Decorah is at 54. We're seeing temperatures in the low to mid 50s across the majority of the area. A couple of exceptions to the rule. Prairie du Chien is at 58. Boscobel is seeing a temperature of 60. So here's a look at the radar scan right now. We have a clean sweep across the area. This is going to get a break for the next several hours. If you have any plans, we'll see temperatures by right around 48 degrees by the 9 o'clock hour, 47 by the time you join us at 10. Then we'll stay in the mid 40s by the 11 o'clock hour. One thing to note, that wind will start to pick up. So we're on the back end of a low pressure system. That's what's going to keep that wind out of the north. We have a cold front to the north, and that's our weather maker for tomorrow. And we are going to drop those temperatures substantially. The question is, how low will we go? I'll have that answer in the first alert forecast in a few minutes. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Eric.
You bet.
Well, opening statements in the trial for the man accused of the deadly Waukesha Christmas parade attack kicked off with more drama. Darrell Brooks is charged with killing 6 people and injuring dozens of others when he drove his SUV through the parade route. Brooks is representing himself at trial, but the judge ordered him removed from the courtroom before proceedings even began because he kept disrupting her. Once in the other courtroom, Brooks took his shirt off and put a sign that he was given to signal objections down his pants. The district attorney says despite Brooks' disruptions, he is fit to continue with his trial.
Reference the court to today's filing, which Mr. Brooks provided. It is extremely well written. His handwriting is immaculate. It's perfect. The punctuation, the grammar is 100% accurate.
And the judge agreed and said the trial, quote, needs to continue and should continue.
Several La Crosse area hiking and biking paths will receive money as part of the Wisconsin DOT's Transportation Alternatives Program. Governor Evers announced today the state will receive a total of $35 million to be spent over the next 5 years on safer transportation options for pedestrians and bicyclists. Now, the city of La Crosse is going to receive roughly $5 million, and it will spend more than $4 million of that on the Wagon Wheel Trail Link, roughly $600,000 to revamp the Grand Crossings Trail, and $96,000 for updates to the city's bike and pedestrian master plan. Viroqua and West Salem will also receive about $40,000 for traffic studies and safer routes to school plans.
The president announced today he will pardon all prior federal offenses of simple marijuana possession. Senior administration officials say the move would affect thousands of Americans.
There are thousands of people who are convicted for marijuana possession who may be denied employment, housing, or educational opportunities as a result of that conviction. My pardon will remove this burden on them.
President Biden is also encouraging governors to pardon state simple marijuana possession charges. The move fulfills a campaign pledge to erase prior federal possession convictions and begins the process of loosening federal classification of the drug. It's currently classified as more serious than fentanyl. Marijuana remains illegal under federal law. Some states have decriminalized cannabis for recreational and medical purposes.
Well, area volunteers are saying Prost to the vote. Right now at Copeland Park, those groups are celebrating Voter Education Week with AK Voter Fest. There's live music and food along with opportunities for voters to register. Organizers are also helping people make sure they have the proper ID and documents to vote.
We're trying to clear up any confusion that there might be about voting. There's been a lot of changes in the last couple of years with absentee voting and voting by mail and that sort of thing. So we just want to make sure people have good information.
This is the first AK Voter Fest, and it runs until 7 o'clock tonight.
Still ahead, preparing for flu season. Experts say it's time to get vaccinated ahead of a cold weather spike in illnesses.
And giving back to veterans. An upcoming benefit will help vets battling PTSD.
Did you know Tim Michaels wants to criminalize abortion, even for pregnant rape victims?
Are you willing to support exceptions for rape or incest?
That's correct.
Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as your governor?
Perkins burger, fries, and pie combos are back, starting at just $10.99. Mix and match any of our 100% Angus beef burgers, like our barbecue Tangler burger, breakfast burger, and the all-new Smokehouse bacon double cheeseburger. Served with crispy fries and a slice of any of our famous Perkins pies. And don't forget to order seasonal treats from our bakery, like our fresh-baked pumpkin pies and muffins. Order online at perkinstogo.com.
I'm a veteran. I know what it looks like to love your country, and this isn't it. Derek Van Orden was on the Capitol grounds on January 6th. He broke past the police barricades and was part of a riot that injured over 100 cops. And some of them ended up dying. Now he wants us to believe he's a patriot? Mr. Van Orden, patriots defend their country. They don't try to burn it down.
I'm Brad Paff, and I approve this message.
Knauf makes reliable and sustainable home insulation in America. We make it with recycled glass and our patented formaldehyde-free bio-based binder. As energy costs continue to rise, Knauf insulation is a smarter product that can lower your home's energy bill. And Menards makes it easy to find the right fiberglass insulation for your project. Stop by your area Menards today and look for eco-friendly Knauf home insulation. Knauf, for the world we live in. Visit Menards for your 11% off today.
Tim Michaels' company has been sued numerous times for sexual assault and harassment. Women said they were groped and pressured to have sex with their bosses. Those who spoke out were fired. Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as governor?
Health experts continue to raise concerns about the combination of the ongoing pandemic and the upcoming flu season.
Experts say the best way to protect yourself from getting severely sick is by getting vaccinated. And they say the process can be made easier if you get COVID boosters and flu vaccines at the same time.
Really, there's no data to show that if you get them all on the same day, that's going to make you feel worse or, it's going to cause you more side effects because you got 2 or 3 shots.
Gunderson Health System offers multiple COVID vaccines and boosters. The Gunderson Flu Shot Clinic, it won't open until October 17th, but you can get your flu shot during a wellness visit.
Mayo Clinic Health System is celebrating a milestone.
Today, staff celebrated their 30th anniversary as well as Mayo Heritage Days. The celebration included giving back. Armed with donated food items and some furry friends, staff dropped off donations at La Crosse's Place of Grace.
And employees had another reason to celebrate. The health system also announcing it's giving employees a pay raise.
We always say that our primary value is the needs of the patient come first. Everything we do is based on that primary value, and that comes from the Mayo Franciscan values.
Both Place of Grace and Mayo are accepting donations on their websites. We'll post links to both on news8000.com.
They fought for our country, and now members of the La Crosse community want to help veterans in need get back on their feet.
This Tuesday, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, District 11, and Warfighter Advance are holding a benefit gala. Money raised will go toward Veterans Suicide Prevention Program. Organizers say their mission goes beyond the battlefield.
I don't think we should put up with that. We should do everything we can to help these veterans get beyond their post-traumatic stress and live normal, productive lives.
Organizers plan to split the money raised between the Wisconsin Department of VFW and Warfighters Advance specifically for their PTSD programs.
Still ahead tonight at 6, it is the season for spooky stories.
The Pump House is hosting a night of tall tales sure to send shivers up your spine.
And in the world of weather, hey, we've got a gorgeous sunset on CityCam. Temperatures are going to drop substantially again tomorrow. The question is, how low will we go? And I'll give you a little bit of a hint. Some places may only see highs in the 40s. We'll talk about that on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Beat high fuel costs this winter with a Harmon pellet stove or insert package from Warming Trends. Order now and qualify for a 26% federal tax credit and receive a locked-in rate of $1.99 per ton on your pellets for 3 years. Stop in Warming Trends today.
Blaine's Farm & Fleet's big snacking and candy event is going on now. It's time to stock up and save on a massive selection of craveable chocolates, savory trail mixes, classic candies, and gummy go-tos, all on sale. Like 1-pound bags of Blaine's brand gummies, 2 for just $4. 1-pound bags of Blaine's Western Trail Mix, 2 for $6. New at Blaine's, 12-ounce Farm & Fleet Select Dark Chocolate Favorites, 2 for $7. Plus, this weekend only, don't miss free in-store samples of our sweet, salty, snackable selection.
Meet Brad Pfaff. He never had a job outside of politics. Seriously, he hung around long enough to climb that political ladder. He'll never fix Washington. He won't even try. Me, I spent 26 years fighting for our country. I served as a Navy SEAL, and I know how to get things done. I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message. Let's try something different. Let's change the people we're sending to D.C.
No one goes all in on made-from-scratch freshness like Papa Murphy's. Because when you go all in, people notice. Go all in with the Triple Pet Pizza for just $11.99. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
There's no other place where my story is possible. My mom was a teacher. My dad worked third shift. It was our ticket to the middle class. That's the promise of America I'll fight to protect. While others send our jobs overseas, I'll bring manufacturing back, invest in our own workers, and stock our shelves with American products. And with a middle class tax cut, you'll be able to keep more of what you earn. I know the promise of America, and no one will fight harder to protect it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Beat high fuel costs this winter with the Vermont Castings Wood Stove from Warming Trends. Vermont Castings Wood Stove add warmth and style to function and convenience. Plus, they qualify for a 26% tax credit. Order yours today. Warming Trends, County Road Zion, Alaska.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now, our community, your station.
Boom.
Oh my God.
It is spooky season and time for tall tales that'll make Ken scream.
Thank you. The Bluff Country Tale Spinners and the La Crosse Storytelling Festival Group are inviting Halloween fans to scary stories on a spooky night. That's happening Saturday evening.
So the stories are geared towards older audiences. However, organizers say that younger kids can come if they dare. The audience will experience a variety of tales.
Good stories, mostly some folk tales, some legend kinds of stories. There are two of our tellers that make up their own stories, so they're original stories, and one is a true story based on something that happened in Wisconsin.
Those are the scariest.
I know, she's burying the lead right there.
Yeah, she is.
Well, doors open at 7. Tickets are $15. You can buy them online or by calling the Pump House. We'll have the contact information on our website, news8000.com.
So we know Ken's not a big fan of scary stories,
Can't
scary
do it.
movies. What about meteorologist Eric Dean?
No.
No?
No.
Wow.
Solidarity.
I'm the one where, like, if Saul's playing or something, I'm usually jumping into the lap of somebody.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I enjoy them, not all of them, but I will jump, but I'll still do it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel
not the
sorry for
gory
anybody
stuff,
who
right?
sits.
The gory stuff's not that scary. It's
Yeah.
the true stuff or
Right.
the supernatural stuff you don't see. That's the stuff that
Yeah,
gets
I
me.
feel sorry for anybody who's sitting next to me when I watch this. So. All right, I'll tell you something else. If you have plans to do that, this weekend is not bad. We're seeing temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Look at the beautiful sunset across the Cooley region. Temperatures right now in the upper 40s to low 50s. We're at 53 degrees with sunny skies at the airport. Humidity is at a half 100. Winds are out of the north at 14 miles per hour. Highs today, there you go, in the 50s and 60s. Made it to 59 in Sparta, 59 in Viroqua, 61 in Black River Falls, 59 in Eau Claire. La Crosse made it to 63. Remember, yesterday we made it to 70. Tuesday we made it to 72. There's that dip I was talking about earlier. We're only going to 51 degrees. In some places won't even see that. By Saturday we'll go back into the upper 50s. Sunday we'll go to 66 degrees. So the radar scan right now showing a clean sweep across the majority of the area, just to the north and east of Black River Falls, seeing some heavy rain. We're on the back end of a low pressure system. That's why that wind is staying out of the north. We'll be on the back or the leading edge of a high pressure system as we go into your Friday and Saturday. And when that pushes through, it's going to do two things. First of all, there it is. So it's going to do two things. It's going to drop that temperature with highs going into the upper 40s and low 50s, and it's going to shift and increase that wind. So let's go ahead and time everything out hour by hour. So here's the evening and overnight hours. We'll see a little bit of cloud cover with temperatures going into the 30s. Some places seeing temperatures in the upper 20s, low 30s by 7 o'clock tomorrow. Black River Falls will be at 31. Sparta will be at 32. Viroqua will be at 37. Decorah will be at 38. As we go into the noon hour, you see the clouds start to pick up with temperatures staying in the 40s and low 50s. Some places will barely hit 50. The majority of us will see highs in the upper 40s. So here's a look at the weekend. For Sunday, we go to 58 degrees. We'll see abundant sunshine. We'll see temperatures in the mid 60s with mostly sunny skies for your Sunday. That right there is going to be the pick of the weekend because the wind is going to die down just a little bit as well. So the details of the first alert forecast for tonight. The clouds will increase. We'll see patchy frost overnight. Overnight lows will be in the mid to upper 30s. Winds will be out of the north at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. For tomorrow, by the 8 o'clock hour, we'll see a temperature of 40 degrees. We'll go to 50 by the 2 o'clock time frame, and then upper 40s to low 50s by the 6 o'clock hour, then low to mid 40s by the 8 o'clock hour. And you see as we go throughout the late afternoon, early evening hours, that wind will start to dissipate. The balance of the 8-day forecast has temperatures in the upper 50s for Saturday, mid 60s for Sunday, upper 60s with rain chances Tuesday and Wednesday. Then another front will push its way through, dropping those temperatures with highs going back into the upper 40s to low 50s and then upper 50s to start next weekend. So definitely one of those weekends where if you're like me and you want to jump into somebody's lap when you watch a scary movie this weekend, not a bad weekend to do so.
To jump into someone's lap?
Well, watch a scary movie,
Watch
and
a
if you're a
scary
scaredy
movie,
cat like
While
I am.
going through that process.
Okay,
The
got
temperatures, though, those are not spooky temperatures.
No, not at all.
I'm
It's
liking
very
those a lot. All right. Thanks a lot, Eric.
Coming up in sports, the Packers holding practice for the last time before they head overseas for Sunday's matchup in London.
Plus, the Bucks are also abroad. They're in Abu Dhabi for their preseason game against Atlanta. Rob has the highlights next.
The Board Store inaugural Fall Home Show is underway. A $250 discount coupon is yours just for stopping by to see all the new displays and updates we have made. We'd love to meet you.
Punishing inflation, retirement savings evaporating, home values crashing, and Mandela Barnes is oblivious. Barnes just supported a massive tax increase on middle-class families and an army of IRS agents to go get every penny. Barnes also supported Biden's student loan forgiveness plan that cost every taxpayer $2,000. $2,000 less to survive on. Can you afford Mandela Barnes? Wisconsin Truth Pack is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Provia offers an endless selection of steel and fiberglass entry systems. Every door is custom manufactured with the color, style of glass, and hardware you've chosen. They are as durable as they are beautiful. Maximum performance requires proper installation. Our installers are factory trained and certified by Provia. Experience Provia quality firsthand during the Fall Home Show at the Board Store. Lowest prices of the season, only in October, only at the Board Store. 2022 Fall Home Show at the Board Store.
Your adventure starts here at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. We've got something for everyone. Explore hundreds of miles of off-road fun. Cap off the night with the crew by spinning up even more excitement. Or slow it down and relax. Just the two of you. Your adventure awaits, outdoors, indoors. Call or visit Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls today. Experience the difference. Trail Riders Package available.
Reducing prison populations is now sexy. Reducing prison populations is now sexy.
Sexy? Mandela Barnes' administration has released over 800 criminals, including 44 child rapists. That's not sexy. It's terrifying. And as a mother, I don't want Mandela Barnes anywhere near the Senate. From defunding our police to releasing predators, Mandela Barnes is a threat to Wisconsin families.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
In exactly 2 weeks from tonight, the wait will be over. The Bucks will tip off the regular season in Philly Thursday, October 20th. But until then, Milwaukee getting ready for the season today over in Abu Dhabi. Second preseason game of the year for the Bucks. They were taking on the Hawks early this morning, and in the second, Giannis being Giannis, the flush. Nice pass from Jrue Holiday. Then later in the second, Grayson Allen, the drive. He's going to kick it out to Bobby. He's back with the Bucks. Portis knocks down the three. That ties the game at 40. This is a good sign for the Bucks right here. Javon Carter was feeling it from behind the arc. 5 of 6 from 3, 17 points for Carter off the bench. Then it's Giannis going back to work. Strong drive here. The scoop and score off the window. Team high at 19 for Giannis in this one. Second half now, it's Holiday working the post. Nice moves from Jrue. He goes up strong and gets it to go. 12 points on the night for Holiday. And Bucks fans are going to love this. Serge Ibaka with a strong performance off the bench. 15 points, including this and one. Bucks fall in this one, 123-113. But a big night for the Stars. And a couple of strong performances off the bench from Ibaka and Carter. Packers holding their final practice on Thursday before the team heads to London for their game against the Giants this Sunday. Some good news on the injury front for Green Bay. Safety Adrian Amos practicing today for the first time this week after being in concussion protocol. Jair Alexander, a full participant on Thursday. The corner had been limited all week because of a groin injury, but seems to be doing all right. Aaron Rodgers, he's pumped for the flight and so is the rest of the team.
You definitely looking on the bright side of it. It's an awesome opportunity to, expand the game of football, play in front of a whole new group of fans and stuff like that, and also just kind of have an adventure as a team. So I think it's a really cool opportunity.
There's Packer fans all over the world, so I'm sure I will see some cheeseheads out there. So that's always exciting because, no matter where we go, it's a chance that it's a home game for us.
Soccer news, the 2022 World Cup in Qatar next month will be the last of Lionel Messi's incredible career. The 35-year-old Argentina star will play in his 5th, is still seeking his first title at a World Cup, and he admitted he feels nervous ahead of his last appearance on world football's biggest stage. Can we just talk? She
water bottle. That was my water bottle. I was shocked.
Shocked about this news. But Ken, we talked about this yesterday, how this would be his last. It's obvious. I mean, he's 35. He'd be 39 at his next one. But a lot of pressure on him on this one because, like he said, he hasn't had one in his career.
I know, and that's always the crux of the debate, too, between him and Ronaldo. Because they've both done incredible things for their domestic club, Real Madrid and FC Barcelona, but not at the world stage.
All right, can we talk about the NFL sending folks overseas and then you can't even watch it at home unless you live in Milwaukee or Green Bay?
That's unbelievable.
We were just trying to explore the streaming options available for consumers because we care about the Packer fan. And even Amy does as well.
Well, we want to have friends over, a pajama party.
You had the Viking game last week on NFL Network too.
Well, yeah, and I went across the border to watch it and partake in some fun pajama parties at an establishment. So I wanted to do it at home, but I don't know with technology and restrictions on technology if it's possible unless you're watching on a little phone.
I know they launched the new app that prioritizes mobile watching on the go, but it looks like there might be a free trial.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Old school cable, let's go.
No, the home market, come on.
I know.
Be better.
Packerland, come on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rob.
You got it.
We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Connect with us on Twitter at News8News. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
We're paying more for food, gas, and rent. But Tony Evers wants to take even more of our money. He tried to raise the gas tax by 20% and double the tax on our heating bills. Evers wanted to use our tax dollars to pay people who refuse to work. And he wanted to give taxpayer-funded benefits to those who entered our country illegally. Evers even opposed drug testing for those getting welfare. We just can't afford 4 more years of Tony Evers.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Enter the season of giving by helping Wesco and Sparta feed those in need. Bring in a non-perishable food item and get 1% off. Bring 10 and get 10% off. Bring as many as you would like and get up to 20% off. Save money and feed those in need. What can be better than that? Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup is always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
It's dangerous up here, and it's no fun shopping around for a reputable contractor. I've built my company on the promise to treat our customers like we would our own family. That means an honest, no-pressure sales experience, expert craftsmanship, and a lifetime guarantee of our work. Over the past 15 years, my team has installed thousands of maintenance-free gutter systems in the Rochester and La Crosse area. And we'd love to show you what Gutter Shutter can do for you and your home, but most importantly, keep you safe and off that ladder. So call today for a free estimate.
One final look at the next 8 days. Upper 40s, low 50s on the high end for tomorrow. Upper 50s for Saturday, mid-60s for Sunday. That trend continues for Tuesday, Wednesday with rain chances. It'll be cool off again for the second half of next week. Wow! Talk about a roller coaster.
Wow, that was very...
He was so loud.
Wow.